Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do the final service and then we're going to drive my once mechanically totaled Infiniti G37. My name is Jeremy, this is Region Automotive, and let's get to work. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, I recommend you do that now. I have two other videos on this thing. One is me going to pick it up, and then the second one is going over all the repairs I did to get this thing running. So I recommend you do that. But for now, we are gonna do the transmission flush. And the reason being is in one of the videos, I mentioned that I had the line off the radiator and I accidentally ran the car and it spat a bunch of transmission fluid all over the floor. And then I'm thinking that the mechanics at the dealership actually drained the fluid. Which is good because, again, it took quite a bit to move the car back and forth. So I'm confident once we get some fresh fluid in there, she'll be good to drive. So I'll crawl under there and show you the drain plug. I'll take the drain plug out and then the fill plug and what's going on. I haven't drained any fluid. This is when I first took the plug off. I literally have nothing coming out. So that's good that we are, like I said, it's good that we're servicing it. And then here's the fill plug. Has one of those silly situations where you have to put the fill tube in and fill it up from the bottom instead of the top. I don't know why. If anyone has a reason why, please comment below. I've always been curious. All right, things are going in the right direction here. So as I showed you earlier, I really dislike those systems. I don't know if it's precise. Well, it must be precise fill, like when the transmission's at operating temp and the fluid's circulating. So anyway, I'm not a huge fan of it. I always prefer the dipstick from the top, but we got it. So luckily I have the Autel scanner there. So I got the transmission temp up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I took the fill plug out, and then once it started dribbling, the fluid flow started dribbling, put the plug in. So transmission level is good. And then I was able to reset my airbag light. So that's not flashing. So that's good. And yeah, the dealership must have drained the transmission because it took pretty close to 5 quarts to fill it up. Yeah, anyway, I'm happy. Transmission is good. I think I got 8 quarts. Yeah, I'll probably return those. That's another thing. This Infiniti takes Nissan Matic S fluid. Cannot buy anywhere except the dealer. $25 a quart. So I'll probably return these 3 quarts and get my 75 bucks back. And then also another thing that helped, I watched a video online, actually. A guy used a pen tube here, and this actually worked phenomenally well. So what I did is I took the inner pen part out. I kept the little funnel part where the tip would go out. I cut the top off. That fit in that hose really well. And then this little tapered part actually went in the fill plug of the drain pan, and I was able to fill it up like without relatively little leakage. So that's a really good trick if you're servicing these transmissions where you got to fill them from the bottom. Instead of buying this special tool, or I've seen some guys use the cap of like a gear oil. Yeah, that pen trick actually worked really well. I would highly recommend that. So anyway, let's clean up this mess a little bit and go for our first drive. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, so I have an excuse to get bigger and better engine rebuild projects to display on the channel. Let me tell you, she hauls ass. I will wait for clearing in cars here. We'll turn around and I'll show you firsthand. Okay, so we're just cruising in drive sport mode here, and let's give her a little bit. I would say that's a working engine to me if I don't say so myself. Drives good. No warning lights. Temp is nice and good. Yeah, engine at idle sounds healthy. Transmission, that took the fluid well. I was a little worried. I didn't like running it so low on fluid there, even just within the shop, but transmission seems to be working really well. So I'm very, very, very happy with how that works. Figured I'd show you guys how it's running after we just bagged it a little bit there. So like I said, she is nice and quiet. I'm very happy with that repair. Very, very happy. So one of the last things on my list, when I was driving it there, I put fresh oil in it and then this engine flush stuff. So I just drove down for 10-20 minutes. So I'm just going to give it a quick oil change, and the reason why I did that is, again, I wanted to break down any metal from that timing chain that might have worked its way in the engine, and then just kind of rinse everything out. So I'm going to get this flushed engine oil out and fresh oil, and then the repair is pretty much done. Okay guys, that is my final video on fixing my mechanically totaled G37, but that won't be the last you see of it. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I want to do some experimental like 0 to 60 stuff, testing cold air intake, and then I also want to do a full restoration video on it. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.